Good morning, everyone. Thank you for the opportunity that given to our group. So we are from Group 1, and there's 3 members in our group. My name is Nima Dedesi Handayani, and there's Agung Nathanael Sitepu and Edward Sebastian Eka Saputra. So today we will present the result of our group discussion about epic gaming with the theme of climate action, the world problem we decide to tackle. So why our group chose this theme? We found it interesting to make a game about Indonesia's climate, where it's pretty hot and humid. We also want to create a condition where humanity must survive in a post-apocalyptic world with harsh climate caused by their doing. The idea, so we came up with an idea of game in the future. The basic premise is that humanity has collapsed, causing society remains to be separated into groups where they must learn to survive in harsh temperatures by relying on limited resource. Our target market is people that are interested in unique survival city building games with strict conditions where the player must think of a way to manage their resource to win challenges in the form of mission or guess. The genre, first is survival. A genre usually set in a hostile environment where the player is tasked to survive as long as possible by crafting necessities and collect resources. The example game with this genre is Minecraft and Subnautica. Next is post-apocalyptic. Genre usually set in a post-apocalyptic world or environment. The example game with this genre is The Last of Us and Fallout. And next, there's City Builder Simulation, a genre of simulation games where the player acts as the leader of a city where they are tasked to manage and grow their city. The example game with this genre is City Skyline and Planet Zoo. And then next is strategy, a genre that challenges the player's skillful thinking and strategizing to defeat the enemy and challenges. The example game with this genre is Age of Empires, StarCraft, and Warcraft. Next is plot. The city must survive. Society survival game where the temperature means life and every decision comes at a price. In an entirely harsh climate world, people develop massive temperature stabilizer to oppose the overwhelming heat. You face the task of building the last city on Earth and securing the means necessary for your community to survive. And make the law. Establish law that regulate the existence of your growing society, decide on their working routine, healthcare, food provision, and other crucial aspects of everyday life. Maintain their hope and contentment. The moral condition of your society is as important as securing the basic means to keep them fit and safe. Next, shape your society. If you reach a turning point, do not hesitate to determine the path of your people. Should you rule them with an iron force or show them a way of compassion and faith? Reach for extremes or try to find a fair balance, whichever you choose. But remember, there's no turning back. And wake up your choice. Some of your decision will seem small, like deciding the fate of a troubled citizen or meeting the demands of a newborn faction, but be aware that the sum of your doing can lead to unexpected result. Your people put their faith in you, but their decision is not limitless. Leadership can be burned. Next, develop the new technology. Survival demands progress, depends on your management and leadership skill. React to current events, But don't forget about the long term and investing in development and technological progress. Providing a highly advanced infrastructure with biodomes, railways, and other technical wonder is difficult but achievable. And then explore the wasteland. While Batavia is your main focus, there is much more to the world than what lies within the limits of your city. Expedition, while risky, can bring you valuable intel, precious supplies, and grow your society's population. There may be people out there, and their fate lies solely in your hands. And then play endlessly. Endless mode grant you unlimited replayable for the game. Play on 4 various maps with different terrain, weather condition, and challenges to face. We know that different people look for different experiences, and that's why there are 3 modes to play in endless mode. Endurance will be the ultimate test of your buildings, managing, and survival skill in the harsh condition. Builders, where there is no stabilizer available from the start, create a different type of challenge. And last but not least, Serenity is focused on enjoying the art of building the city itself without unnecessary pressure.
Hello, my name is Edward Bastian and I wanted to continue the presentation. The next chapter is the gameplay. The gameplay is how you will play the game and I'm here to explain. Here I provide some screenshots from the other game to give better explanation. First of all, you didn't play as a character. Instead, you control the unit that you have and that unit is a bunch of survivors that consists of workers, engineers, and children that depends on the capture that you choose. The worker is used to gather resources, such as coal, wood, steel, and food, to keep the city in operation. The food will keep decreasing based on the number of citizens, but the other resources are used to build and advance the city. The city itself is centered around a machine called temperature stabilizer. That machine emits comfort in circular radius and can be extended throughout the game, requiring more significant coal input. The game emphasizes the need to prioritize building depending on the temperature they require. Houses and medical facilities will require a close placement to the machine, lest the player face outbreaks of heatstroke and illness. While houses can be cooled better throughout the game, medical facilities will need to be kept below 35 degrees Celsius or face to be inoperable. Workplaces will also need to be cool, which can be achieved through gathering posts. Then comes the regulation. Regulation is some kind of the talent tree of this game, and it is how you will regulate the city system. It's implementing decision making and critical thinking of the player, how they react and manage resources in the game. Some example is allowing child labor or unlocking the ability to force 24-hour shift for more resources, but the decision will raise the discontent of the city. However, there is also some decision that will lower the discontent in trade for more resources lost, such as rules that give extra ration for the sick. Approach. At some point in the game, after you upgrade the regulation enough, you will need to choose how you approach the game and stabilize your citizen. The choices either by order, which includes building and laws to enforce security, or by passion, which provides structure and rules that implement a faith. These two paths can be continued to the point of fanaticism, with the order path leading to a militaristic autocracy, while the passion path leads to a total theocracy. Research. Technology is another gameplay feature, with the ever-rigid environment forcing the city to adapt with better air conditioning, a more robust reactor, better industrial output, and more efficient machinery. Building a workshop structure allows the player to research technology and buildings that will make the city more efficient. This is different than regulation. Regulation is more of regulating the city system, but research is how you will go further into the game to deal with more challenges. Then there is another feature that is Scout. Scout will get you more unit and resources by sending a scout to explore the wasteland. Quest. Then finally, the main reason why you play the game, each chapter will come with the main quest and optional quest. The main quest is like the main story, what is the plot of the game and how the game will guide you to the end. But the optional quest is another challenge that will make the game feel harder and more challenging. Also, an optional quest will complement the storyline of the selected chapter. Then comes the character of the game. Because of this is a city builder and resource management game, there is no real main character. Instead, the player will play as the city leader and be the protagonist in the game. The player is tasked to lead the city into surviving its challenges, organizing the work, and making decisions that lead to the city's fate. Harsh environment will act as an antagonist, and it will give the player challenges to to complete its chapter. Also, the environment will be different according to its story, but will always be the same according to the chapter and the difficulties, so the player can react better and strategize differently. Thank you, and the next chapter will Agung will explain that.
Hello everyone, I'm Agung Nathaniel Sitopu and I will continue the presentation. Up next, I will show you some of the game features available for our game. The first one is day and night cycle. You can establish the work shifts of the people between day or night. If the people work during the day, they will produce fewer resources but will be able to sleep more comfortably during the night. If the people work during the night, they will produce more resources, but it has a higher chance for accidents, and there will also be rise in discontent between the people. And the next feature is the city must survive. This is a city survival game where temperature means life and every decision comes with a cost. The next feature is maintain the hope. Survival is about hope and the will to live. Your ability to spark and maintain these two concepts in your people will be a determinant factor to your success. The next feature is make the law. Society is a group of people abiding by the same rules and sharing similar beliefs. Establishing laws and customs will be a crucial factor in shaping your society. The next feature is weigh your choices. Will you allow child labor? How will you treat the sick and wounded? This game challenges the player's tactical skills while questioning one's morality. The next feature is explore. The word covers not only bits of the past, but also the potential means to secure the future of your people. So this means you are more encouraged to explore the world. And the last feature is rewards. For every chapter completed, you will be given new technologies to research and use, more locations to explore, and uncover more mysteries from the past. Next, I will show you some of the chapters we are already planned for the game. The first chapter is A New Home, where the player and a group of refugees find themselves in Batavia, where the player is tasked to build a new city and manage its new growing citizens to grow the city into a suitable city to combat the growingly harsh environment. The second chapter is called The Arcs, where the player and a group of refugees find themselves in Semarang, where they find the city half sunken. The player is tasked to rebuild the city starting from its foundation. The third chapter is The Last Train, where the player and a group of refugees find themselves in Bogor, where the player is tasked to build the city and manage its new growing citizens to grow the city into a city capable of withstanding the impending thunderstorms. And the last and the fourth and the last chapter is The Fall of Batavia, This is the story continued from the well-established Batavia from Chapter 1, where the player is the leader of the city. The main engine of the city is slowly shutting down, causing shortages and chaos. The player is tasked to create a vehicle capable of transporting the remaining citizens to a different city. Next, I will explain to you the difficulties available from our game. The first difficulty is easy, where you will have no guidance. You will have full guidance. The second one is normal, where you will have no guidance and there will be faster time between challenges. The third one is hard, where there will be no guidance, fewer resources, and faster time between challenges. And the fourth one is professional, where players can play with it with their own time because the game is running in real time. So to fully complete a chapter will be a challenge, and the player needs to find the best solution for the player so that they will minimize the mistakes. The game was already built for the best method in higher difficulties. So for those players that need to play the most efficient resource management, there is always a way. Next, I will show you and I will explain some of the possibilities for a player to achieve an epic win. The first one is by completing the story. If the player can complete a chapter, the feeling is a massive relief that the player accomplished what they built over 8 or more hours of gameplay and they're finally winning. The second one is completing wonders. Besides from the main quest, the game also have optional quests that the player can do or just avoid to do because completing the optional quest is very difficult, but it will be very rewarding. So the feeling of completing those can be considered an epic win. And the third one is saving every people or every citizen. The game is built to be harsh on situation that the players think they are smart, so they will try to save every person possible. But it's very challenging. Although all the chapters didn't have optional quests to save every people, but this you can do this challenge yourself to challenge yourself. That brings us to the end of our presentation. Thank you for your attention and see you next time.